everybody, and welcome back to Lils Takes the podcast. It is series 2. Woohoo! And you might notice, woo! The
crowd goes mild.
And the crowd goes home. And the set has changed. I've got my own new set, and this here is my builder, Liam, and he is also my boyfriend and the love of my life. Hold my hand. And
please.
And he built this set for me. So I have a brand new set that is all my own, and I can film it wherever I bloody like, and I can shout however however loud I like.
Yeah, not whatever you like. I mean, this.
I can shout whatever I want.
Not in the middle of the Pacific.
Well.
Get ready for this one. I learned this the other day.
Listen to this new slur I learned. No, we can't shout anything. Nor do we want to.
No, do we want to. No.
So, I've got a brilliant little pod back for you today. This plant is well cramping my style.
Yeah.
But I do love her, so...
It's well, no you don't.
I do. I just don't care for her properly.
Cut his freaking head off.
I had to pull that one off because it was brown and killing the vibe. Anyway, I've got a Brill pod planned for you guys today, and I'm so excited to be back with you and to hear it and to film this for you. And I'm so excited for you to hear it. If you are our audio-only listeners, I'm sorry you can't see the new set. Head over to YouTube if you want to catch a glimpse of it. But you're so welcome back. I've missed you. And today,
size of them, by the way.
I know.
For the audio listeners.
For the audio listeners, I've got.
Tits.
We're talking about my boobies. No, God, we're never gonna get this monetized. I've got slippers on that are the size of 2 beavers, allegedly. Yeah. So come over to YouTube and look at my massive beavers. If you want. Sorry.
Wow.
But they are massive.
Well.
So, theme of the pod today is nostalgia. And you might think that's well boring. Actually, no, this is going to be fun because I've got loads of nostalgic things for us to talk about. I want to talk a little bit about the full actual psychology of nostalgia. Why do we like it? What is it about the nostalgic feeling that makes us feel so good? And can it actually make us feel bad? Can we have toxic nostalgia? There's loads of exciting things.
I don't think I've ever heard of toxic nostalgia.
I'm
not saying it's not a thing, but I've never heard that before.
I've never heard of toxic nostalgia, but then I did a bit of reading into it, and actually it makes total sense.
I'm ready to learn.
I'm so glad you're ready to learn. And also, we've got a brand new segment on the pod. I'm still doing your confessions, so keep sending them in to me, and dilemmas and stuff like that. You can email me, lilstakespod@gmail.com, or DM me on Instagram. I love reading my DMs. Yeah, there's a new segment on the pod that I've introduced, and it is called On This Day in History. Editing, create something really cool here. It's me that's editing, so there's going to be nothing there because I haven't got a clue. Right.
Nice.
This new segment on This Day in History is a little nod to my history nerd within and the history degree that I now have. Woohoo! And I have some really cool little insights to do for us. So today is actually the 9th of January. So welcoming in the new year. So we're going to start the pod off with a little On This Day in History segment because I like to give you all a little bit of education, don't I? I'm nothing if not a teacher.
We love it.
Yeah, we do love it. You love it. I teach Liam something new every day, don't I?
She's forgot more than I know.
I have. I've forgot more than you know, son. So let's begin. On this day in history, right, I'm going to make you, I want you to guess. So it's the 9th of January, it's 1493. Ooh. We're in the south of America. Not South America, North America, but the south of it.
The south of North America?
Yes.
I'm talking like where the wall is?
Yes.
Nice.
Well, where the wall... Well, where someone would prefer a wall to be.
Yeah, okay.
Just slightly north
unnamed
of that.
someone for...
Yeah.
That's a while back, guys.
1493. It's that far back that you have to go, did that actually happen? Someone just written that down.
We've just gone, sound.
We've just taken that as fact. We actually have no idea. Yeah, it's really a long time ago. I do like the old ones, though.
Do you? Do you like them old?
Little bit older.
Only 3 months difference between us.
You know I like my girls a little bit older.
Sorry, what was I guessing?
What do you think happened? 9th of January?
Somebody got shot and died.
No, God, it wasn't that
guns,
exciting.
then?
Pardon?
Some random man of a current minority background went on a rampage with a large serrated knife.
And that is what the man who imagines a wall to be would like the story to be. But that's not it.
Suddenly I'm employed by that unnamed man.
Actually, what really happened was Christopher Columbus. Do you know him?
Name rings a bell.
Christopher Columbus is the guy that's suspected.
I had a cup of tea the other day.
No, you didn't. Supposedly.
Rich tea.
What's happening? I spat. They supposedly discovered America. And I say discovered because there were many, many people already there. Native American Indians.
Okay, so they didn't really discover.
Christopher Columbus sailed, he was trying to find India, first of all. I'd like to say this man set off for India, landed on the coast of America in like New England area, I think. And he went,
India!
and he was like, why, where are all the people? Where are all the English subjects of India? I actually don't know if there were any English subjects. I don't think it was English then. And he thought it was India for a while, which is why the little islands down at the bottom of like America are called the West Indies.
All right.
Because he went west, found India. Didn't, obviously. Anyway, Christopher Columbus, on 1493, on January the 9th, he mistook manatees for mermaids.
Genius. Absolute genius.
Editing Lily, please insert picture of a manatee.
Editing Lily, please insert a picture of a mermaid.
Can you see the difference here? So, either Christopher Columbus thought manatees were...
Fit.
he had a preface for the larger lady.
I really hope that's a fit mermaid that you put up there now. If not, you can do me dirty right now.
Yeah, I could. I could put whatever I like up there. It could be anything. So he mistook manatees for mermaids. And manatees are really common in like Florida. If you've ever been to Florida, like Orlando, they just float around and they're just like big blimps in the water, huge, big, fat, round things, and they are so friendly.
They're known as water cows, aren't they?
Yeah, like water cows. They're just so friendly, like big water dogs. Oh, so cute.
I want to pet it.
Yeah, and you're not, but you can like interact with them and they're dead friendly, but you're not meant to because then they can make friendships with you and stuff.
You go home like an hour away, like inland, and he's just on your couch. No, you took your time.
Manatee flopping up the street.
Traffic mad, were it?
You go to Orlando on a holiday, you go to Disney World, you make friends with a manatee and you can never leave because the manatee gets emotionally attached to you and suddenly you're its emotional support human. Then see, how sad would that be? So yeah, sad. Christopher Columbus, he mistook a manatee for a mermaid and he wrote about it and he was like, there's mermaids in the West Indies.
Oh, lovely.
No, manatees.
No.
Also, on the topic of nostalgia, 2007... January the 9th, we were alive. How old were you in 2007?
God knows, but I reckon there were some bangers.
There were some bangers in 2007.
I reckon there was some 2007 bangers.
Oh my God, let me see.
I'd have been 5, sorry.
I'm going to see what bangers were on in 2007. Because how old will these bangers be turning this year? 8? 18?
Sorry, I'd have been 4.
I'd have been 3.
Yeah, you would. So, what was this? Sorry?
Cradle Snatcher.
3? You'd have been 3?
Yeah. January the 9th.
Oh. Turning 4.
You were almost 4.
3 nearly 6.
What were you saying?
I thought you were saying. That's why I stopped talking, sorry.
Was I saying?
I think this is like one of the Vic Star moments.
Well, what does Vic Star do?
Oh, there was recording, and there was like 4 people in the recording, and he went, to be fair though.
Silence.
Yeah, and there's complete silence. And then everyone said, to be fair though, what, Vic? And he just went, what? I thought Harry said that.
Top hits of 2007. I'm betting Rihanna's up there.
Oh, shit.
Umbrella, Rihanna.
No.
Oh my God. Umbrella, Rihanna. Because of you, Neo. Because of you. Surely not. Hey, maybe I think of a different Because of You.
I don't know. I was just jamming anyway. I believe
that one's Christina Aguilera, is it not? Not Christina Aguilera.
I don't know. I can't.
The one that has a...
Neo's that guy that we saw in the club, and he's really small.
Yeah, me and Liam have actually been to the club with Neo.
Yeah. I actually messaged him, but he never replied.
Yeah, I didn't.
Dropped him a quick DM.
Um,
And I've got a restraining order.
Buy you... I don't... I could buy you a drink.
Oh, yeah.
T-Pain. Dead, R.I.P. No one.
Nice.
Get in the way of what I'm feeling. I could be Alicia Keys.
You're not?
No.
Fuck, I've been foiled here. I thought I was...
I don't know any of the others. Beautiful girls all over the world. I could be chasing, but a time would be waste. That one.
Nice.
Um,
So why are we on the topic of 2007?
Foundations.
Okay,
My fingertips are holding onto the cracks in our foundations. You're not telling me that wasn't Kate Nash. Kate Nash is inside of me.
Get her out then.
And then later she'll sing a song. Anyway, 2007. 2007, January the 9th, Steve Jobs debuts the iPhone.
Genius.
And that is very relevant to our topic today because we're talking about nostalgia. And I remember the first iPhone I ever got. Do you remember? When did you get an iPhone? You were a Samsung boy.
I didn't know you when you got your first iPhone.
No, I know that, but no, I'm talking about you, my love.
Sorry.
You yourself and you.
iPhone 4.
You had an iPhone 4? I thought you were a Samsung. Did you go back to Samsung after your iPhone?
Well, no, I had an iPhone and then I had a Samsung and then I had iPhones.
Oh, right, okay.
So I started on the iPhone.
Yeah. I remember when you had your Samsung.
Really? Why?
I don't know, I just remember that kid has a Samsung.
Yeah. And then you spat on me.
And then I spat on you outside of maths, kicked you in the shins, and then I said, don't ever speak to me again.
Type of woman she is, by the way.
So yeah, Steve Jobs debuts the iPhone, and I would like to show you now, take this opportunity to show you my new phone.
Oh my golly gosh.
I feel like I need to come and show this to the camera.
It's been bedazzled.
I bedazzled it myself.
You've got a designer.
And then I bedazzled my phone.
Wallop.
Oh, what? Oh, I've got no lights up here. Ooh, yeah, give it a show. Do me a twirl, girl. Ooh, I'm treating her like it's a stripper. Everybody sit down. Disgusted with
Show her
myself.
off. Yeah, we're not doing hardcore drugs, don't worry.
Not yet, that's later. I've decided I wanted to go back in time because I wanted to try and reduce my screen time on my phone because I'm absolutely addicted to this thing. And it is my job, so I understand, but maybe I have more of an excuse than others. But I thought, why not go back to my favourite phone era, which is when I had my BlackBerry, fake BlackBerry, it was called a Mojo, and it was pink and white.
Nice.
And the flip phones. And now I can end the phone on people like this, which was the main reason I got it in the first place.
Yeah. Can I just say, she got this the other day, and you spent about 20 minutes. I was just on my phone watching Instagram reels as you do, just people dying, like normal. And then I get a message come through after her being quiet for 20 minutes.
Let me read
and it's
it.
about 2 lines, and it took her 20 minutes to write 2 lines on this phone.
Let me read you the text. I hadn't put my new number in, not new number, but this number in Liam's phone, so there wouldn't have been a name attached to the text.
It was just a random phone number.
For all of the audio listeners, the phone I was just showing is completely bedazzled and pink and sparkly. I just realised you can't see it.
Yeah.
Hey, is your... Oh, I've gone off. I've gone off. 1 second. Hey, is your girlfriend still awake? Question mark. From slutty girl from the bar, X.
Nice.
It took me 20 minutes to sit there and type that because it's got all the keys on the numbers. So I have to sit there, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Took me ages. Well worth it though, I might say.
Best part is it got to the time of the day where my Do Not Disturb had kicked in, the sleep mode at night time. So she was looking at me waiting for me to read the message, but I never got it.
Never came through. I had to say, excuse me, have you got a text message?
Yeah.
From a slutty girl from the bar. Who is she? It was me. It was me the whole time.
Wicked.
So, because I got into my nostalgic iPhone and my nostalgic Nokia flip phone, I wanted to do a pod on nostalgia and talk about why we are still so interested in things from the past and why we keep going back to fashion styles and music and video games, comfort TV shows, all things that were made.
I can't wait for the neon pink like flares to come back in.
Oh my God, yeah, 80s. I want to wear massive stiletto heels again.
Oh yeah, I want to go like this.
Yeah, that's what I want an afro. That's not racially appropriate. Stop laughing. It would be funny though, wouldn't it?
It would.
If we all got perms like they did in the 80s. I look back at pictures of my mum and my aunties.
They're in them boxes that are about that big.
And they've got the perms.
the hair
I'm
did.
like, that looks sick. You know, you watch Pretty Woman and stuff, and no one had straight teeth. Do you ever look back at films and think, oh my god, no one's teeth are right? I didn't notice it until the other day, and no one's got straight teeth in the 80s films. Anyway, so I want us.
Is that nostalgic for you?
Yeah. I was not alive then. I want to analyse why society keeps circling back to 90s fashion and games and things like that, and talk about what we like from our childhood and what we find nostalgia in and why we find nostalgia in those things. So I'll begin. Hello, my name's Lily and I'm a alcoholic. That's what this sounds like. I guess to us, nostalgia means like early 2000s.
I'd say so.
Because obviously we weren't alive anything before then. The 90s were great because I wasn't living yet.
Yeah, I'd say late noughties.
Yeah, I think late noughties,
nostalgic.
like 2006, 7 onwards.
Umbrella tune.
Oh yeah, that's when I feel like I started to actually remember music, like Umbrella. I remember loving that song, and I remember loving Sugar Babes Push the Button whenever that came out. I used to have a toothbrush with that on. Push the button and let me know for a...
God, you had a toothbrush that on. I bet they made some rate calling off that song.
Yeah. Do you remember that? Didn't you get them in McDonald's things? Those...
Oh my God, yeah.
I had a Justin
the
Bieber.
shittest speaker you've ever...
Yes. I had a Justin Bieber toothbrush as well. And by the time I'd used it enough times, it was literally like... And I was like, this tune!
And the anthem.
Yeah.
When was Heartbeat a song? When was that made?
Heartbeat?
Yeah.
What, oh God, who's that?
I
Who
don't know.
sings that?
I'm thinking of My Heart Skips a Beat.
That's Ollie Murs.
It is.
My heart skips a beat. I've seen Ollie Murs live in concert twice.
No, you haven't.
Yes.
No, you haven't.
How many times is too many times to see Ollie Murs live in concert? 2 times. Actually, I might have seen him 3.
That's a lot of times.
Tell me about
That's
it.
one more than one.
I know. You only need to see Ollie Murs once.
And 2's like a couple times, to be fair.
2 is like, wow, do you like Ollie? 3 is like, Ollie Murs 3 times.
That's too much. That's taking the piss.
Anyway, I love watching old TV shows that I used to watch as a kid. I went back and watched Sweet Life on Deck, actually, recently, and Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, because I grew up on watching Disney Channel, old Disney Channel, so I used to watch That's So Raven and Wizards of Waverly Place. I think I am actually who I am because of Alex Russo. That's why I'm funny.
Nice.
And maybe a little bit of autism.
Risen with the tism.
Risen with autism and Alex Russo. That's the making of me, I actually believe. What did you watch Disney as a kid, or were you like CBBC or Nickelodeon? Or Disney XD?
Bit of Disney XD.
Really?
I was like 603.
What's 603?
The real ones now.
Is that the channel? I think, was Disney not like 604 or 602?
Disney XD was 608, I think.
Was it?
Yeah, Nickelodeon was 607.
How do you remember that?
What was Cartoonito? CN was 02.
Cartoonito?
That was 602, I think, Cartoonito
It's not Cartoon Network?
Boomerang. That's what 603 was.
Oh my God.
I didn't realise no Boomerang.
Do you used to watch
Scooby-Doo on repeat? Yes.
Mama Milkshake when you were little?
What was that on?
Mama
Oh, Milkshake, yeah.
Yeah, Milkshake.
I think that was 609.
My dream was to get my birthday read out on Milkshake. Never happened. I might do it now. And now we wish happy birthday to Lily. She's 22.
Nice.
And at the minute, I'm obsessed with Gossip Girl.
You are. I think that's the only reason she's got the flip phone.
I think it might be. It's giving Serena... I know, I wouldn't want to be Serena. I want to be Blair.
I don't know what that means.
Okay. Well, you don't have to know. You're Chuck Bass. Ew, no, you're not Chuck Bass. Ew. Sorry. I went to a party with Chuck Bass.
Did you do what?
I went to a party with Chuck Bass, didn't I? You remember the first White Fox party I went to?
Oh, that one there.
The guy who plays Chuck Bass was there, and everyone was like, oh my God, it's Chuck Bass. And I was like, I've never seen Gossip Girl. Who the hell is Chuck Bass? And then now I'm watching it, I'm like, oh my God, Chuck Bass! But yeah, and Gossip Girl was made in the, like, it's like the late 2000s, late noughties, early 2010s.
Right.
And they've all got like Blackberries and I'm just obsessed with it. And I love how they don't have to write like, I mean, the whole thing of it is Gossip Girl and she's a blog channel. But if there was social media involved in that timeline, everything would be so different.
Oh yeah, Endgame.
And I'd like to add in, people are always like, oh, wow, why did you go back and why did he set TV shows and films that they're making now in, like, Stranger Things set in the 80s? Why are they doing that? Because you don't have the added thing of social media. Those kids wouldn't have even been outside. They wouldn't know what the upside down is because they'd have been on Snapchat.
Yeah, facts.
Millie Bobby Brown would be, actually, I don't think 11 would be knees deep in Instagram.
I don't think she would, no.
No, she would have escaped a lot sooner because all the guards had been on their phones the whole time.
Sorry.
Snapchat had a picture of the upside down and that'd have been it. Lol, this is weird. And that's that.
Lol, this is weird. These perks be hitting different.
Then I'll be high. Because that's what kids do now, eat Tide Pods and inhale NOS canisters.
Facts.
What is something you wish you could bring back from something nostalgic?
My knee. I love that shit.
Right.
I loved it when I had 2 knees.
Yeah, no, that would have... You have a knee. It's just different now.
Oh, right.
No, I'm talking about...
It's never the same!
A game or like a TV show that was like...
See, they've actually that's great, because I was speaking to Lewis earlier. I went around to do his boiler, and he showed me... he showed me, they've done a remake of a game called Ratchet and Clank. And it's actually so cool and it's really nostalgic. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God, this is really nostalgic. Yeah. And then I carried on doing his boiler.
The thing is, like the games for me that are nostalgic aren't actually old enough yet to be like remade and stuff. I used to play on the Wii. Obviously, everyone used to play on the Wii. I used to slam Disney Infinity and like Lego Harry Potter.
Lego Batman, that is unreal.
Lego
PS2.
Batman is good. Lego Pirates of the Caribbean on the Wii.
Never played it.
Mad. Xbox 360.
Oh, that goes hard.
Disney Infinity. I spend hours on there. I used to lose days.
Did you?
Yeah.
Trials Fusion. I used to lose days on Trials Fusion.
I think boys have a much more like nostalgic gamer.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Thing.
100%. Like, you hear the BO2 noise, the BO2 background, when you load up zombies, the 115. Oh. That sounds good.
I have no idea what any of that means.
I knew.
But I'm really glad that you do.
I learned how to play it on the piano. Swear down. It's not that hard. It sounds like a mean feat to do. It's really not that hard. I think there's like
you
3
bought
keys.
a piano? Because I wanted to play this.
No, it was on my phone. The piano's about this big.
Oh, did you on your phone? Also, fashion. Y2K fashion is abso-freaking-lutely coming back. Low-rise jeans. You notice girls are wearing jeans that go below their belly button now.
Oh, yeah.
That wasn't a thing. It was all high waist. Not anymore. Low waist and belts. You see them massive belts that girls wear as well that are like
the big
circles?
buckle.
Yeah, and the big buckle ones. That's Y2K fashion. Little tiny sunglasses, fur coats, very, very skimpy outfits. That's Y2K fashion. My Halloween costume last year for Warehouse Project, that's Y2K. Furry boot, like furry leg warmers.
Yeah.
That's all coming back around. And I think it's because it's slightly dirty.
Do you think?
It's a bit dirty and slutty, and I think girls are getting bored of clean girl aesthetics. So they're going, do you know what? I'm going to absolutely challenge that. I don't want to be clean girl. I'm the complete opposite.
The streets and clubs are going to be painted with slags now.
So they're going, hey, Y2K does not mean you're a slag. Oh my God, you've not been informed of Brat Summer. God, get with the programme. Brat Summer, we've just had Brat Summer. It's lost on you. I don't even know why I try.
All I know is scruffs, steel toe caps and a jumper.
Yeah, that's so true.
Wires and stuff.
I've written here, if you wear fur, leopard print and dad sunglasses with an hourglass figure, I'd give you whatever you want.
Nice.
I
feel like you had to get that out, didn't you?
Yeah.
This is your confession. We're getting in the confessions already.
Yeah, they're all mine. No, I do love it. I love the Y2K fashion. I love how it's just like a little bit like clean girl aesthetic. I like it. It's just like, I just can't be that perfect, so I'm just not gonna. I love it. One thing that we absolutely do not need to bring back from Y2K. Y2K. Sorry, I meant Y2K. Don't bring the gays back.
I was just about to say, please don't tell me you're about to say what I think you're about to say.
No, being gay is so Y2K, bring that back. The hair. Do you remember when we were growing up, teenagers had hair that, like, the parting started here and they swooped all the way down?
Nope.
Like, they had, every girl had a big goth fringe and short, oh my God. In Editing Lily, insert picture of Y2K goth hair. Not even goth, everybody had this hair, like, cool girls.
Lily, get rid of it.
Like, orange face, lip piercing, eyebrow piercing, this hair. Like, that was it. Oh my, I can't believe you don't remember.
I don't have a clue. Honestly,
maybe
I have
that's
no
a
clue.
girl thing.
It's definitely not a boy thing, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
I had spiky hair and a quiff.
Oh, that's such a boy thing, Y2K,
Yeah.
spiky hair. The fittest boy...
Not together, by the way. Not together. I didn't have spiky hair and a quiff.
Why not? Do you used to have it where it was flat at the front, spiky at the back?
No, I don't think so.
That was something else, that was.
That was.
No, the fittest boy in the playground when you were in primary school.
Oh, God. Another
If we measured
confession.
fit boys when we were that young, we definitely didn't. You tried to go out with a boy that had the spikiest hair.
Did you?
Oh, yeah. Spiky hair was it.
I missed a trick there. See, I
don't
never
think you
understood
did.
women
I
like
think
that.
you just didn't know it.
I didn't really care. I just wanted to kick footballs.
Or the one that was fastest to run, like the fastest runner.
Oh, yeah. I was rapid, to be fair.
Everyone fancied the fastest runner.
That's
Or the boy with the spikiest hair. And if you had both, oh my God.
God.
Jesus Christ. Eye candy.
The Lord and Saviour.
Yeah. Lord and Saviour, spiky hair, fastest boy in school. Oh, that was such a thing. I used to love that. We used to race the boys all the time.
Oh, no, you beat me.
Do you used to play kiss chase when you were at school?
No.
Oh, actually, I don't even want to get into it.
Nice.
That's some bad nostalgia I have there.
Sounds like Germ Central.
Yeah, it sounds like that's where everyone built up immune systems. In the playground at primary
I'm glad
school.
yours is really bad. Shows you're not very good at kiss chase.
I was brilliant at kiss chase.
Why no one catch
No
you?
one ever was chasing me. Guys, come on! I'm over here. And I was like,
I'm literally not even running.
I'm literally sat here. There's not even base. Did you used to do that thing where you're like, actually, it's not my game. Oh, can I play? And you're like, oh, I'm so sorry, it's not even my game.
No, I just sound
You'll
off.
You'll have to ask them that's their game, not mine. I used to do that. If you did.
People used to come to me because I was the guy. I always sell the games.
You're the game guy.
Can I play? No.
You can. You can't. You can't. You can. You can't.
And whoever couldn't, I shot them.
I kicked them in the kneecaps.
They had to put their hands behind their
And
heads.
then I said, you tell anyone. And I'll flatten down your hair.
Listen here.
I used to always cut my knees, and my mum used to tell me off because I used to rip my tights all the time. I was always wearing tights and a pinafore. That was my vibe, pinafore girl. Like a full grey
Nice,
top
yeah.
and skirt.
I know what you mean.
And I used to rip my tights all the time. And then the cut would get stuck to my tights.
Nice.
And they used to send me to the toilet with a wet paper towel. I'd just sit and put that on it.
I remember once I used to play football and you'd play on concrete because we had
Yeah.
some tarmac laid. I ripped my trousers once.
Yeah.
And I had to get in the shower to get it off. I had to get it wet, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To then come out.
Oh, God, that's awful.
Yeah.
That's made
I was
me
going
feel
like that
weird.
and my actual leg was just lifting. I was like,
Ooh!
I'm going to have to get in the bath.
Yeah, that's horrendous. I ripped my skirt once and the teacher told me off and she was like, how have you ripped your skirt? You've got to pay for that, like, telling me off because I've ripped my skirt. I'm like, I'm a kid.
Yeah.
So I lied and I was like, someone cut it. She was like, well, who cut it? And I was like, I didn't see them. They came up behind me, cut my skirt and ran off. And they made me go round the classrooms and they made all the boys stand up and walk around in a circle so I could look at each of their faces. So I could tell them who it was that cut my skirt when I knew no one had cut my skirt. She was just telling me off because I ripped it. And I went through all the classrooms in the school, assessing all the boys, and I was like, oh, God, no, I just don't know. Took me like a half a day. I lost half a day of school because I lied. Yeah.
I can't believe you. This is what's wrong with women these days, you see. Prime example.
Yeah.
They cannot face...
Why are you telling me off for my skirt? I got told off for wearing a red cardigan as well. The colour of our school was burgundy, like burgundy dark red. So but loads of girls used to wear red cardigans because they were the only ones you could buy in like Tesco and Sainsbury's and stuff. They never sold burgundy, but they always sold red. So we used to wear red and like red summer dresses. I was wearing a red cardigan one day and my teacher kept me behind when everyone else went to assembly and told me off for wearing a red cardigan saying, you know this is not your uniform. I'm like, I am 7. I don't dress myself.
I've been put in this.
My mother has put me in this. And he told me off and wouldn't let me go to assembly because I was wearing a red cardigan and he didn't believe it was school uniform.
I'm going like that.
That same teacher threw a ball at my head, foam ball. Because he went, everybody stop what you're doing. We were colouring. I had this much left of my colouring to do. And I was literally just finishing it 5 seconds after like he'd said stop. And he lobbed a ball at my head. It bounced off my skull. And he was like, I told you to stop. Yeah.
That needs naming
though.
and shaming. Good school. Great times.
Came out with great grades. There was 5 of us.
He can't be still teaching, surely.
He is, yeah.
Genius.
I think he is. He got, I got moved into his class. There was 5 or 6 of us. There was too many kids in year 3 moving into year 4. So they put some of us, 5, 6 of us, into a year 5 class with year 5s. So 6 of us did year 5 twice.
Yeah.
Because there wasn't enough room for us in the actual year 4 classrooms.
God,
so we were
boring.
doing a year above work for a whole year and topics and like, you know, you did topic. Like,
Yeah.
So you did like a random, like in year 4 it was meant to be Tudors, but because we got bumped up to year 5 we did World War II. And then when we did year 5 again, we did the exact same stuff for a second year running. So we all just like, there was 6 of us.
You've been cheered, really.
That lived the whole entire, we did the same school play twice. I got the same part twice for 2 years in a row. My mum was like, I'm not coming to see you again. I want to see this one.
Cost me a fortune.
You can wear the same costume. But yeah.
I guess that's a lot.
Get moved up a year but never went up a year, do you know what I mean? I just sat it twice.
Again, great school.
Great school. Brilliant school though. The next thing I'd like us to do is discuss actually what is nostalgia.
All right.
I would define it as something that makes you think of not makes you think of a happy memory, because I suppose it doesn't have to be happy, but that stirs up a memory in you.
For me, because I've never experienced toxic nostalgia, I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
It's like a comforting thought or sense that I've had.
Yeah. That it's like somewhere, it's like somewhere safe or somewhere.
Yeah, it's like locked away. I'm like, oh my god, I forgot that ever happened.
Yeah. Like something recognisable.
Yeah.
You can relate to.
Something common, I suppose.
Yeah. But I do feel I have a lot of negative nostalgia.
Really?
Yeah, because my emetophobia. I link loads of stuff in the past to the.
Really? I didn't notice.
Because I link loads of stuff to when I was last sick. So loads of the stuff that I remember, I take up. There's a lot of room in my brain that is reserved for bad things that I have to make sure never happen again, because that means I will be sick. Do you know what I mean? So a lot of my when I get a nostalgic feeling or like I've recognised this experience is a negative one. So I link street lights and floorboards and loads of random stuff. Like, oh, High School Musical. Oh, but I was sick. But I was sick last time I watched High School Musical. So then it turns like positive things. Like I used to love
High School Musical.
Yeah, or there was a show on CBBC at the time called oh my god, what's its name? And I watched it all day and then I was sick that night and now I can't even think about it. But I used to love the show. And it was like a sketch show and I used to love it. I can't even think about it now. Now it's such negative feelings. And that's horrid because I really wish I...
You want to watch on something?
I want to watch it again. But I can't.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like that is a physical... You can't physically do that as well, by the way.
Yeah.
For you,
I feel like
have strong feelings like that.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are like that though. I was in the loft today and I was going, I was swapping my Build-A-Bears over because all my Build-A-Bears live in the loft, but I like to bring 2 down so they all have turns living with me again. Okay. Because I feel like sometimes they get upset. Wow, I think I might be autistic. Anyway, and when I was there's one Build-A-Bear that I remember. I was sick once and I had that Build-A-Bear with me.
You should fucking throw it to other
And now I can't open the bag that it's in. And it's in a bag with loads of other toys and stuff that I had when I was little.
Oh, they're just lost to the void now.
I can't open the bag. Nice. I can't touch it because if I touch it, that's it. Like, it's still got the germs on it. And I was looking at it like, I used to love that bear so much. And I had it with me when I felt poorly because it was, like, comforting. And now it's not a comfort to me and I want to burn it. But I remember it being comforting, so it's sad.
Yeah.
Well, this is therapy for me, actually.
Yeah. I'm glad we're talking about this. I feel like this isn't a podcast now. It's a
This
therapy
is a
session for me.
therapy session.
A self-diagnosis session.
So therapy so therapy can bring around a lot of feelings. So nostalgia has definitely got a duality. It brings comfort, but it can also trap us in idealising the past. Which is like, oh, everything was better when...
Back then. Yeah.
Everything was...
I suppose you're highlighting the good things, aren't you?
Yeah, and I found this really cool quote, and I think this is so interesting to think about. You wake up every morning as a slightly different entity, and yet memory stitches you together as a single, consistent, coherent person.
Wow, that's deep.
That's so deep. Oh, fuck, man, that's deep.
God, that's deep, man.
Jeez, that's deep, man. So that's so true, because you change... You recognise that you change as a person, but you never, recognise that change actually happening. Like, I know I'm a different person, but was there a turning point? No, I think it happened gradually.
Because it's gradual, you can't see it.
So every morning you're waking up a little bit more mature, a little bit different, and then you think back and it's like, yeah, the only thing holding me to that person, those feelings back then is memories. Wow, we're so deep. We're getting deep here today.
Oh, no.
I also have some really interesting facts for you about how nostalgia works in the brain. Would you think nostalgia has like a positive impact on the brain and feelings, or negative?
I'd say positive because I've heard it releases certain hormones that are positive. Dopamine.
Yes.
Is that right?
It does. People who nostalgise more often have a greater feeling of self, as they understand where they've come from and how they've got to where they are. So it helps humans tell a meaningful story of life. So if you think about your past often and oh, that was a good time, and it connects you more to the person you become, and you can see yourself growing, and that creates a stronger sense of self and who you are. Makes you more sure on yourself, more confident.
Damn.
Really interesting how it links together.
You know what helped me get more confident?
What?
Sleeping naked.
You've told me this before.
Yeah. It really helped my confidence.
I thought that was just sort of a ploy. You should do it.
No, I'm not trying to get you naked.
You should sleep naked. It helps with your
you should
confidence.
do it this one time.
Nothing has helped me more than sleeping naked. Sleeping naked. Yeah, whatever.
Bollocks.
I'm calling that one. That's a real thing though, isn't it?
Yeah, try it.
Sleeping naked does help you with confidence and stuff like that.
Oh, it did me.
That's really interesting. I'd love to know the science behind that.
I would as well.
It also reduces cortisol levels that are associated with the body's acute stress response.
What's a cortisol level?
I have no idea, but it's related to the body's acute stress response.
Yeah, sorry, my bad. I feel like you did explain that, actually. There.
Yeah, and in a study recently published in Nature, the tendency to nostalgise was found to be a protective factor against depression and anxiety. Fascinatingly, the study found that recalling specific positive life experiences was key for individuals who had suffered early life trauma, suggesting that the benefits of positive memories are not just limited to those with a cheery past.
So that, to me, from what you've just read, seems like we've evolved past depression by looking on the good stuff rather than the bad stuff.
No, we've not evolved. We've so people who think back to happy points in their life, even if your childhood was particularly negative, if you look back and think about the positive parts, it can make you a happier person.
No longer sad.
No, forget the sad. Block them. So what I'm saying is, take those sad feelings and put them in a little box. Never think about them. Put them to the
Get on half volley.
Shove them really far down. Don't talk about them.
Yeah.
And then they go away.
Yeah. And then all this happiness comes up.
Yeah, it's just replaced. But that's interesting that it's a protective factor against depression and anxiety. Because that's so true.
Makes sense.
Yeah, when I think about, High School Musical, and then I was sick, I just feel anxious.
Yeah.
That makes me sad and anxious more than it makes me happy. But if I think of watching Wizards of Waverly Place,
It makes you warm and happy
it
and
makes
nice.
me warm and happy.
Yeah.
So true. Is there anything that makes you particularly happy to think of? Apart from me.
Xbox makes me pretty happy. I like coffee every now and again.
No, I mean from your past.
Yeah, I meant
Yeah.
Xbox back in the day.
Started drinking coffee when I was 10. But
Yeah,
I
I
watched it since then.
I nearly died. LSV hit me hard, actually.
LSV. Oh, that's nostalgia.
Yeah.
Why are movie and TV reboots and remakes of old classics thriving.
I reckon what was due to the nostalgia. It's got to be. Like people
Nostalgia's got a massive part to play. People just love seeing...
have an emotional attachment to the past.
Yeah.
If you're bringing that past back up in a remake, they're not going to watch it.
Yeah. The older people, whatever your target audience is, find like the time period where they would have been kids or growing up, and base your...
hit 'em with a hot topic back then.
Yeah. And they'd love that. That's when the mums pause the telly and they're like, yeah, so I remember where I was when this happened. Like, it's really cool to think about. It's also interesting, I think, to look on telly and see something that isn't... doesn't reflect your life now. It's just interesting to look at a completely different way of life. I think it makes things exciting to watch. Like, I love watching things that are set in the 80s and 70s because the clothing's different, the hair's more interesting, like the decorating, the way they cook, the way they clean, the way they... just day-to-day stuff.
Yeah, going back to like the Stranger Things thing, I think that is mint. Like all that, the diners and stuff that they're going into and like all the appliances that they use in like the phone that's hardwired to the wall. And
yeah, and we think that's so cool because that's not how we live now. It's interesting to us because it's different.
Yeah.
I think people know that and they tap into it. It's such a marketing thing.
Yeah.
Very clever. And I think it's easier, we said this earlier, but it's easier to create a world where there isn't the technology that we have now. So the social media and iPhones and conversating being so easy, it's interesting to make it more difficult because then it's like the whole rumours spread differently, like people interact
But I think that
differently.
makes better telly though.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So it's easier possibly for the producers themselves because I feel like that's easier than trying to make how we conversate now. I feel like that's more complex to do on a TV setting.
Yeah, so it's easier to do it like it's set in the past.
Yeah.
And it's more interesting because then you have characters actually interacting with each other more.
Yeah.
That's why I like Gossip Girl, because they've got the phone, but they don't sit there and they see each other all the time because they have to
That makes sense.
conversate that way.
Yeah, because it costs about $5,000 for 3 minutes.
Yeah.
On phone.
It's so interesting. And technology, so like technology and phones and stuff definitely plays a big role in it. The rise of retro video games, vinyl records, loads of people
that's a thing, wasn't it?
are buying, they're buying vinyls now, they're all coming back around.
And they're a fortune, some of them.
So expensive. And artists are releasing vinyls now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Alongside, they don't even release CDs anymore. They'll release on Spotify. And
vinyls.
And vinyls.
Yeah.
Oh, that's mad. It's gone all the way back.
Crazy.
And it's because we're like, oh, that's so interesting, the way it works.
I reckon see it. Because didn't you say something about what hardwired headphones going back into fashion as well?
Yeah, loads of people are
what is
going
that
back to
about?
having wired headphones just because they like the way it looks.
That's crazy. I was watching Marcus Rashford walk down the tunnel. I was like, why is one of the richest men ever?
Yeah, got wired headphones.
Got wired headphones.
Yeah,
And
it's
you
wild.
went, it's back in fashion. I'm like, what?
Yeah, and Polaroid cameras.
Oh yeah, they've been in it for a while, though, haven't they? To be
They
fair.
have. I've got a Polaroid camera. I love it.
Spits out the front.
Yeah, I think it's so cool. Also, people look better in poor quality pictures.
True.
I look better on a 90s flip phone camera than I
I
would
don't.
if you took
You
it with
took
your...
a picture of me, and that was awful.
Yeah, maybe not this one exactly.
See, even she agrees with it.
You know the digitals, like the digital cameras?
Yeah.
They're the old 2000 ones. So much better on that.
Like the red eye and stuff like that.
Accidentally blurring out skin, brilliant. A bit, who even is that in the back? That is so good. And also, it gives the illusion, if you go out, and I love seeing the TikToks of girls going out with their digital cameras and taking pictures and stuff. It looks like you actually went out, and instead of spending the whole time on your phone, you went out and socialised and had a good time.
Yeah.
Without using your phone. And that's another reason I got this, because I want to be able to go out and not sit on Instagram. I want to talk to people instead of,
Yeah, that makes sense.
getting distracted by my phone. It's such a massive thing now. We spend...
Socially develop.
Yeah, I need to actually build people's... No wonder everyone's autistic nowadays. No,
Speak for yourself.
You're not. You're all right.
All right. I'm sad. It's just
Yeah.
you.
I've written here... It gives the illusion of a time when you went out without a phone and took grainy, passive pictures because you were too busy having a good time, not stood at the back of HeadX's set, pinging, posted a 10-minute long clip to your Snapchat story.
10-minute long clip.
That's exactly... Why are we going to concerts and filming it for everyone on your Snapchat? Yeah. I don't care. I didn't buy a ticket for a reason, and I don't want to watch it through my iPhone.
Indeed. And if I did, I'd watch the live set that they produce.
Yeah.
Where it's actually good quality and it's from up here rather than here.
Exactly. Nostalgia, some people use it as a coping mechanism.
Really?
So nostalgia can be as a response to uncertain times. So global changes like the pandemic sparked a wave of nostalgia as a comfort tool because it makes you feel like, take you back to a time when you were safe and like a child and someone else was looking after you and you were...
You had no worries in the world
Yeah.
and you just played on Xbox.
No,
Because that's exactly what I
I
did.
want my DS back. Do you know, I want to play Animal Crossing on my DS.
I want to hear my mum coming up the stairs and stuff it under the pillow as quick
Yes,
as I can.
so under the pillow. And then just lie there like this.
Pretend like I'm asleep.
And your eyes are twitching. My mum used to go at the door, I know you're not asleep. And I'd just stay there. I'd be like, oh, you fucking don't.
I'm going to call you bluff.
Oh, I used to do it all the time.
You don't know.
I forgot more than you know. I'm 6. I know absolutely everything there is.
Indeed.
You don't know anything. Oh, yeah, I used to do that. When I got my iPad as well, my first iPad, my iPad mini.
God, I can imagine that's
Shove
a
that
lot.
under the pillow.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to shove under the pillow.
Yeah.
I
I used to lay there on a photo booth, use all the different photo... Do you remember the photo booth that I used to have? I used to make your face like massive, just giggling silently to myself. God, such an early child. Quite sad actually now I think back.
That is really sad. I watch YouTube.
And when I'm uncomfortable, like before I go to bed, if it's like a sick day for me and I'm feeling anxious, I put on like a safe movie or a comfort show, and it has to be a happy movie. It has to be something old. Cheaper by the Dozen is my go-to. I like to watch Cheaper by the Dozen. Grown Ups is a good one. But that's like my safe 2000s film that makes me feel calm. Yeah. And I can put that on and then I go to sleep. That could be the autism.
Yes. We're going in circles here. See with the autism.
But you know what? I'd like to think there's not. Can there be toxic nostalgia?
You're going to have to help me out here because I have no clue what it is.
Well, I fear yes, because I've definitely had negative nostalgic moments.
Yeah, there definitely can be, but what is it?
Do you know what is negative nostalgia? Old people, when they're like, oh, everything were better.
Oh,
everything were better.
Was it? You were starving. No, it wasn't.
You told me last week you were living on 10 pence on the breadline. Was it better?
Yeah, 10 pence probably about 50 grand back then.
Yeah, probably. How much was your house? £2? £2,000 a house as well. That's wild.
Crazy. That makes me feel really sad.
Everything were better when men had proper jobs.
And we stayed at home.
When they worked out mines and
Came home and beat me up.
And came home, pushed me over, and then went and had 2 beers. Pissed all my money away.
Indeed.
Yeah, well, was it better down the mines and they were building asbestos houses? Came home with emphysema. Was that...
Mesothelioma.
Mesothelioma. What's emphysema? Is that another breathing thing?
I don't know. Mesothelioma is where you get asbestos fibres in your lungs.
Yeah,
and it causes cancer.
Was it better when your husband was coming home with mesothelioma? I reckon there's a lot of men not here today that would argue the opposite.
They'd answer, but they're not here.
There's a lot of wives out there saying, you know what, it wasn't better. Also, you smoked inside, Carol.
Indeed.
That's proven to be an issue now.
They still do, trust me.
Yeah, they still do. You smoked inside, your kids didn't wear seatbelts. There's a lot of families out there going, no. I lost 3 kids. I lost 3 kids to no seatbelts in the back of a Ford Fiesta.
Back when it was illegal for drink driving.
Exactly. I had a beer in this hand, a fag in the other. I didn't have any other hands to hold the wheel. Kids aren't holding on to anything in the back.
I'm not done my seatbelt because car wasn't binging. I'll just steer with my knees for a laugh.
No power steering, it's like this. On my fag to the kids in the back.
Yeah, no bother, gives a toke.
Kids are like this.
Quick, you, me, you.
I went back, Dad. He's coughing anyway. He's going to die of mesothelioma in his car how many fags he has.
That's true.
45 is past his life expectancy. So was it better?
No. But it was better for them, possibly.
Yeah.
Because they're old and they don't speak to anyone.
Also, you don't think about how much crime there was. I bet Gary Glitter thought it was better in the early 2000s.
Hot take, that one.
Who's the other one?
I'm going to say, I don't want to say it.
Jimmy Savile.
Oh, you're really not helping
I bet
yourself
he
with
loved the
algorithm.
90s.
Really
Jim will
not-
fix it. He sat there thinking, wasn't it better when I could get away with all of this?
Okay, no. There were no cameras watching me all the time.
There are only 3 channels. Yeah, one of them, Jimmy Savile was on.
Yeah. BBC has fucking tried to cover that one, haven't they? Woo. Right, let's not get cancelled.
Yeah. Also, romancers. People romanticise romance from like the 20s and the 30s and the 40s when it's like, oh, it was so much better when men used to take women out
For a bit boogie.
for a dance.
Yeah,
Used to
but
take
jazz
me,
band.
Take me to dance hall.
Miners' welfare.
We'd have a drink. Miners' welfare. He used to take me for a drink and then we were courting. And then he used to go home, pissed as a fart, give you a couple of slaps round. And what could you do about it? Nothing, because you can't get a bank account without the signature of your dad. You can't move out. You can't own property. You're a woman. So, was it that much better? He brought you flowers. That's because you weren't legally allowed to buy them on your own. He had to bring you flowers.
Well, I think you could.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a stretch.
You didn't have a car to drive to him. You couldn't get a licence without the signature of your father.
Good times.
Couldn't buy property without a brother. I mean, of course it had to be that way. Men had to pay the bills. You couldn't work. And then when you did get a job, you had to leave when you had children and forego a career for the kids, even if that's not what you wanted. Are you happy now, Carol?
Yeah.
Now you've not worked for 25 years.
I don't know who Carol is, but she just got told what for, I think.
Wanted to be a photographer, did you, Carol? Well,
Know what that's got you?
Didn't
Bottom
get
at stairs, really quickly.
stairs. That's awful. We're not joking about that at all. No more DV jokes.
Sorry.
No, but I'm not. Yeah, but it actually isn't a joke, is it?
No, it's not a joke, and it
The
didn't
thing
happen.
is now that the laws are in place that it is possible that you can get assaulted by your husband because of feminism and the time we're in now, like second wave feminism as well, like the 90s or the 70s. Is third wave feminism the 90s and the 2000s? I can't remember. But we're in this position now because of feminism and the movements that are made. Before, if you were like beaten up by your husband or assaulted by your husband, because it was your husband, it's not assault because you're married to that person.
Right.
But now it is.
God, look how far we've come.
Was
eh?
romance better back then? Argue in the comments.
Failing to bring new things to the table is Disney doing too many remakes
Oh, yes.
and not creating new things because we're spending too much time on the past.
Are we getting too lost in nostalgia?
I don't know. I think Disney are wasting creativeness
Yeah,
on these remakes.
yeah,
I mean, I don't necessarily think they're bad films, but
yeah,
make something new.
yeah.
Make
I
something
know.
new. If I wanted to watch that, I'd just watch it again.
That's it, like the kids of
It's still
today need something that... in
They
years'
want
time-
nostalgia,
Yeah,
yeah.
they'll be nostalgic about. Because right now, you're making things for us, like the older generation that watched Cinderella and now want to watch Cinderella in like... in live action and Lion King. That's really cool. But you do need to make new things for the kids, like...
I mean, realistically, they don't. It's not like a law.
Yeah, no,
But-
they don't, but... Yeah, you can't let it kill creative talents and things like that because there's
Yeah.
so many people, talented people right now wanting to work for Disney that I bet aren't having the
They're not
creative
getting the-
freedom
yeah,
because
yeah.
they want to make remakes.
Because everything's already made. It's just they're paying the software developers or whoever it is that's creating the AI stuff and
Yeah.
things like that.
Yeah. I do think... I am getting a bit bored of the Disney remakes now. Like, they did
Yeah, I can't remember the last Disney film I watched. Like, new Disney film.
Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, Lion King... They've all remakes they've done
I've not
recently.
watched any of them.
I can't remember any more live action ones. Oh, they're missing. Oh, they've done Snow White, it's just not out yet.
All right.
They're only missing like the Sleeping Beauty. Oh, they've done Aladdin.
Done Aladdin?
Yeah, Aladdin.
Oh, God.
A few years ago.
Still do you know that?
That did really well, actually.
Did it?
Yeah, it's a
That's
good
probably
film.
why they're doing them then.
Will Smith was the genie.
Oh, no, I have watched that. Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah, I've watched that.
Yeah.
That's actually really good.
Jungle Book, they've redone that. I used to
I haven't
love
watched
it.
that one. I've seen the trailer of it, but I haven't.
Have you ever
watched
watched George of the Jungle? That's an old film.
it.
George of the Jungle, watch out for that tree.
Bad
Oh, it's a banging film. Men died at 42 of salt consumption and lack of vitamin D. God, I'm so much funnier when I write these down. I like talking about nostalgic things. I want to go home and watch something nostalgic now. I'm feeling it.
Yeah, I feel nostalgic.
Yeah.
What do you want to watch?
Like, I don't do that every night because it's just so fun and it makes me not feel ill.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
You've been feeling badly a lot recently.
Yeah.
I might want to get that checked.
I think it's the winter.
On that note.
On that note, I'm going to call the doctor. I'm going to get an autism self-assessment done.
I don't think you need one.
I'm self-diagnosed. But yeah, I think that's all I want to talk about today. I've enjoyed talking about nostalgia, and I'm so gassed to use my new phone. I've been finding it's like really nice actually, finding different things to do. I'm making myself read my book, making myself do more work, because I'm not doom scrolling.
It's even got a name now.
I know, doom scrolling. Do you think we're going to look back in 10 years' time and be like, do you remember when brain rot was a thing?
Probably.
Yeah, we so are. I think it's terrifying that, like, my screen time is like average, like, 5 hours a day or 6 hours.
Mental, innit?
Wild. 5 whole hours of my day I staring at my screen. What the hell? Cavemen would be furious.
Facts.
All the history that I've studied and, like, all the people that struggled, like, poor people with nothing and working their arse off day in, day out for... And I have the time to spend 6 hours of my day staring at a phone screen.
Yeah.
Watching other people do TikTok challenges. God.
It's a great point.
This is not what the wars were won for.
We are lazy as humans now.
We're so lazy.
To fit back then, they just used to drink and do hardcore drugs.
They just did mead.
Like the other half.
Yeah, mead and opioids. I've eaten 26 poppy seed packets. I'm off my tits. They had no idea why. Brilliant.
Lovely.
That must have been great.
And then died 2 years later.
Yeah. Of gout. Something really gross. We're going for a mead. Yeah, I've got the bubonic plague. I'm not going to last long anyway.
Let's have a few mead.
Have a few poppy seeds, a bit of mead.
I'd call it a night.
Yeah. Oh, that must have been mint, actually.
I'm thinking about it.
I didn't think about screen time. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Just a waffle session. Let me know in the comments what makes you feel nostalgic. Also, I want you to do this for me. I feel like I'm enlisting you to do something really serious. Send me in some more confessions. I'm going to pop some things on my Instagram. So if you're not following me on my Instagram, definitely go over there. It's lily.aneva. Lily, it's... wait.
So I don't know.
Lily_aneva.x. That's my Instagram. That's where I do all my interaction with you guys. I do polls and I ask you loads of questions on my stories that I use in the podcasts and in my YouTube videos and stuff. So head over there if you haven't already. I am obviously on TikTok as well, if you want to see me on there. Which is Lils Takes 2. But thank you so much, guys, for watching or listening, whatever audio platform you approach this on. And I will see you next week. Bye, guys.
See ya. Eat my arse? Sorry.
Eat my arse, take one. Lils takes, take two.
Fucking hell!
Lils Takes, the podcast, series 2, take 115 million.